Please don't spoil the movie.
By adding your own soundtrack. Hello, I am Count Olaf.
Hi, my name is Miranda Priestley.
And welcome back to Please Don't Spoil the Movie. A podcast brought to you by sisters who love each other.
Upon occasion.
Yeah. Get off your phone.
Olaf and I'm not on my phone. I'm drawing doodles.
Liar. That's what you've been doing the whole time. Doodling. I ain't seen nothing on that paper. You can't draw. You can't write. Yes.
Smart ass.
From Series of Unfortunate Events.
We both picked evil people.
Who'd you pick?
Miranda Priestley.
Oh. I don't know why I thought Miranda from Sex and the City.
No.
Miranda.
Miranda?
Like they gotta stop doing my dude Steve like that. Love
Poor
him.
Steve.
He's the best boyfriend ever. Miranda sucks. I need to finish Just Like That.
I hear horrible things.
Yeah, I mean season 1 was terrible.
Why is it so bad?
At this point, I think they're doing it on purpose. They had to be.
I saw this TikTok because I know they're trying to do this whole diversity, equity, inclusion thing.
Yeah.
This go around because they didn't do it the first go around. They're trying to make up for their wrongs and it's falling flat. And whatever black woman that they have on the show, I can't think of her name. But I saw this TikTok of where like when they first, I guess, like introduce her, she mentions like, oh yeah, like that, like she was trying to like relate to somebody. I forgot who it was. And she was like, oh yeah, I feel the same way. Like that's how I felt when I lost my father. And they did that season 1. Like she said, oh yeah, I lost my father. And then like now this season, she like calls somebody and she's like, my dad just died. And they're like, do they? And someone's like, do the writers not fucking know that they killed this man season 1?
Oh, I saw that, but I was confused by when she said it. But it was like, okay, it was something
season
small.
1, she's like, oh yeah, my father died a few years ago. And then the next season, she's like, I just gotta call that my dad died. Now you fuck that up.
That's so messy.
That's terrible.
That's terrible. I forgot what show it was on, but I remember like one actor would like keep notes about like every thing that their character did on the show. And I feel like that should be your job as well. Like,
or that should be somebody's job, period.
Yeah.
Because I hate when shows do that. In that one, that's a major.
No, it's a big one.
How somebody should be fired. That's a big one. It
should be like one season I said I hate my dad, and the next I'm like, yeah, me and my dad are best with these.
Yeah,
because something crazy like that.
I hate when shows like introduce a character, like let's say like if for The Office, for instance, when like season 1 or season 2, like Pam's mom like came to the office for like 5 seconds, and then like by season 5 she has a completely different mom. I hate that.
Totally different.
I hate that. Use the same lady.
Yeah,
she's available, I'm sure.
Find her.
Bring her
back.
Like, why are you doing that?
No, I hate
like
that.
in Sabrina the Teenage Witch, she had like 7 different dads. Every time they showed a man, she had a new father. I'm like, this is a new man.
Crazy.
I was like, who is this guy?
Right. Y'all could, if y'all gonna keep bringing back the father, cast the same guy.
Just cast the same guy. If I'm gonna see him once every season, it needs to be the same man. What are we doing here?
It drives me insane.
Oh my god,
fly
so lazy.
Fly that man out. I don't know. I don't care if he's done acting or not. Fly him out for one night only. Come on, buddy. Or kill him off.
Or that.
Yeah.
Well, what's been crack-a-lacking? What's going on? What's all the haps?
Nothing much. Bridal shower this weekend.
Yeah. Woo. Your bridal shower.
We have so much homework.
That's right. We love homework. All for me, none for you.
Hey, I have to micromanage. That's my job.
Yeah. You're not doing a great job at it. Thank God, actually.
Yeah. I'm taking a 9 off, but tomorrow I'm on that ass.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes. Yeah, it's coming up. It's crazy. You know what you're wearing?
Girl, something out of my closet.
I think I have an idea.
Did you pick your dress?
Yeah, I bought that Mishki flower dress.
Thank goodness. Yeah.
I tried it on yesterday.
Did you like it?
Spanx. I gotta see it all together.
Oh.
It's okay. Yeah, it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Are you getting your makeup done, or are you going to do it yourself?
I'm getting my makeup done.
Who's doing it?
I'm going to Petal.
Never heard of it.
Heard about that? It's like a beauty shop store. It's actually 10 minutes from the venue.
Oh, okay, convenient.
Yeah,
Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm nervous.
What you nervous for?
I don't know that it goes right. I just feel like the drag queens aren't gonna show up. I don't know why.
Oh no, that won't happen.
You said that won't happen.
Okay. Right. They'll be there.
Will they?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know their names by any chance? No.
When I was on the phone with one of the girls, I don't know who works at the event space, she mentioned one of their names, and her name was Eureka. So.
That's so funny. Did you look her up?
No, I didn't. I don't know how she spelled it, so.
Look at drag.
You're spelling it. I feel like if you look up Eureka, it's gonna be Eureka from RuPaul's Drag Race.
I'm saying Eureka Drag Queen New Orleans.
Oh, okay. Don't you want it to be a surprise?
I mean, if she's a white lady, I need to know. If she's like a white old drag queen, I feel like I mentally need to prepare for that.
Because she's not gonna be doing the flips and tricks that you need to see.
Yeah, right. Or what if we got like what if we got like Evie Oddly type drag queens and you had no idea?
Right. I should have said we want the standard issue of drag.
Like we need.
Don't give me the spooky queen.
Right. I think I found her on Facebook. If this is a girl, she looks cute. Her makeup's cute at least. She looks young, which is nice. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm very excited. Yeah, I just hope everything falls into place. I can't believe it's like 50 people. I wonder how I was gonna feel to see 50 people in that room. That's a lot of people.
We'll see. Okay, moving on.
Do you have anything? Did I talk about seeing 28 Years Later?
Oh, you told
with you?
Me and Mom.
I had been seeing the whatchamacallit, like the movie on like HBO Max or whatever, 28 Days Later, and I've been wanting to watch it. So finally Trish was like, we're gonna go see 28 Years Later. So I watched it. First one was really good. Then there's a 28
months or something.
Months later,
or weeks or something.
Yeah, 28 weeks or a month, one of them. Trash, terrible. The Americans got their hands on that one because the first one was like British. Oh. The Americans touched it. I'm like, give it back to the British.
Ruined it.
Yeah, so like now the British or whoever I don't know, whoever non-American got it back. I did not know. And then we were watching. I said, "Is that Aaron Taylor Johnson?"
In all his fineness. Yeah,
I was like, Chancellor, if he told me this sooner, I would have definitely made you drag you to take it. He was in it, beautiful, but it was a really good movie. It was about death, and it was really good. It had a great. It was really good.
Did they show the monsters at all?
Yeah, they're just like regular zombies. They're just zombies.
How does it happen? A monkey. Something about monkey.
Yeah, so in the first one, like these activists, like hardcore PETA.
They try to set free the monkeys. And the guy's like, you don't want to do that.
Yeah. Have you seen it?
No, I saw a TikTok about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the guy was like, no, they're sick.
What the movie was about, knowing that I would never watch it, and then a TikTok about it popped up, and I said, "This is perfect."
Yeah, the guy's like, "No, they're sick. They're sick," but they call it the rage disease because it just makes you angry or something. Like that's what they call it. But yeah, but like in that one is one of those movies where it's about vampires, but the real villains, and the first one is the humans. Oh, sorry, what did I say? Vampires. Sorry, it's about zombies, but the real monsters are the humans, basically.
Really? That's what the first one's about?
I mean, that's not so like they're running away from zombies. They're trying to find a safe place. And in the end, they find a bunch of humans and they're not. It's a bunch of military men. And it's one boy with two girls. If you could paint that picture.
Oh.
Because they find, so like the
main character is one guy and he has two girls with him?
Yeah, there was like, it was the main character and he found this black girl who saved him. Mm-hmm. And then they find another dad and daughter. The dad, and they all go to like, there's like a broadcasting and they go find it.
This refugee camp.
Yeah, the dad dies along the way. And then, but it's like military men. So they go to this place run by military men. And unbeknownst to them, the guy was like, yeah, I just needed women, so.
What?
And he was like, these
So,
men
like,
want to kill him.
reproduce or something?
No, he was just saying like it was like the men were like trying to kill themselves, and he was like and he said he promised them women to, I don't know, because men can't survive without women.
We all know that. Oh my god!
Right. So they they keep the girls. The one guy that's with them, they're like, okay, we don't need you. They try to kill him, but then he goes back and he saves them.
Oh, that's
and it's pretty happily, to my surprise. Right. Second one trash. The second one is just like a chaotic zombie movie, and the third one was really good. The third one is like, because in this world it's only on, it hasn't left the island of
Great Britain.
Yeah, it hasn't crossed over the water. Like they're quarantined.
Serious?
Like they cannot leave. So it happens in Britain, and like, because they're surrounded by water, so they shut that shit down. Like y'all can't leave.
Oh,
so
that's crazy.
Yeah, so 28 years later, it's just like how the people are surviving. So there's like a colony of people who are living fine, and they go to the mainland to hunt, just like to teach them how to hunt. Like instead of hunting deer, they hunt zombies. But that's just, they really don't have to interact with zombies unless they have to. So Aaron Taylor Johnson's character is a dad, which is crazy. I feel like we're so young playing dads.
Right.
And
he is a dad in real life, but
yeah,
he's not old enough to have like a full-grown child.
Right. His child's like, in the movie, I think he's like 13, 14, but he takes his son to go kill zombies for the first time, and then other stuff happens, but it's really good. Villanelle, I don't know if you watched Killing Eve, but the girl from Villanelle's in it, and I loved her in it. But yeah, that was it.
I watched Sinners.
Oh my god, I was just about to ask you. Boo, you guys watch without me?
You've already seen it,
but I want to watch it with y'all by watching it. What'd you think?
What did I think? I'm trying to remember.
Piss me off.
I don't like movies that take. You know how I feel about movies that take place in the course of a single day.
Well, it had to.
So no. What I would have preferred would for them, and I also didn't know that. Like, okay, the girl who was cosplaying as like a 0.25% biracial black woman.
I will give her back in that time.
The one
lynched her ass. They were. You got what in you?
Right.
But yes,
I thought I didn't know she knew the twins. I thought like along the way one of the twins like started an affair with her, but she was always a vampire, so she always had like evil in her.
Okay, well that's not our fault.
So I was very disappointed when she.
That's not our fault. You watched it. That's not our fault.
I thought she was like she met him as a vampire. And like all the ruckus started because he started having an affair with a vampire. That's how I thought it was. It wasn't like that. I was very upset that wasn't the case. And then I didn't hilarious. Like that it took place over a single day. What I would have wanted to happen was the girl who's cosplaying as a biracial black woman should have, like I originally said, should have been a vampire from jump.
Okay.
Caused some ruckus at the juke joint. She takes whoever lives that night. The vampires take whoever lives that night. The sun comes up the next day. The remaining few, they enlist the help of the Native Americans who we saw at the beginning of the film. There's some sort of battle royale there. And then, a few people live. I would have liked for both of the twins to have made it. Probably the little cousin. Maybe the old guy. That's probably about it. And then we live our lives, in happiness because we enlisted the help of the Native Americans. The juke joint continues to thrive, and then we have a happy ending. That's what I would have liked to happen, and that's not what happened. So,
well, that's so unfair. But
how is that unfair? That's the fairest plot ending that could have ever.
You're saying you wanted a completely different movie. So you're giving me a completely different plot, which is what happens when you don't watch a movie that's talked about all over social media. Then you start guessing what you think the plot is, and it's not that.
You got me there. And again, I was like, this is. I don't know. I just feel like by the time I actually watched it, I was like, this movie felt like a little overhyped. But,
no, I really liked it.
Respect it. Love what Michael B. and Ryan Coogler are doing.
Yeah. What did Mom think?
I don't know. I think she thought it was fine, I guess.
Yeah. I really liked it. Did you see Maya? I really liked it.
I did. Yes, I saw Maya in the background. I took a video of it and sent to her. Sent it to her. One of my friends was in the background of the film. She's famous.
She was in a couple scenes for a long time.
Oh, I only saw her in that one. But in that one that I saw her, she was standing right next to Michael B. Jordan. I said, oh my God, they're breathing the same air.
I said, work, bitch, work.
Yes.
But I really liked it. I really liked that scene where everyone's culture came and they were like...
And you see, I was like, I don't get it. I was like, why do I see a boy in 90s beatboxing clothes? Why do I see a ballerina? I was like, this isn't making any sense to me.
Maybe that's where it is.
That was so random.
Do you like to dissect movies?
I feel like
that.
No. Hold on. Let me finish. I feel like that scene, and I forgot what other scene. I feel like it was trying to be like deep and like metaphorical, but it just like didn't make any sense. I was like, I feel like you're trying to make this like some sort of metaphor or like interpretation or whatever, but it really just like isn't making any sense because I don't understand why I'm seeing people from different decades here.
But it made sense. I don't think he was trying to. That's what he was doing. I think he was succeeding at it.
But why? Why was that in there? I didn't.
Because he was talking about his ability to sing and is able to connect with his cultures, which is what Remick wanted. Remick wanted to connect with his
Remick?
The vampire, I think, the Irish vampire. I'm pretty sure.
You remember his name?
I took a deep dive. Yes, I went down. But Remick's thing is that he has the ability to connect with other vampires, but he cannot connect with his ancestors. They're gone. But he hears the black boy. His name I don't remember.
You remember the white man's name, but not the black man's name.
That's Cook to me. I don't play about Cook. Go all the way back to Skins, honey. He's so cute.
Oh, he was on Skins?
Mm-hmm. And he was in 28 Years Later at the very end. I think he's going to be the next one more. But yeah, he's in Skins. I'm obsessed with him.
Never seen him.
I didn't know he was in it until the very end. I was like... All of my favorite white men together. But so Remick's thing is that he wants to connect with his past.
In that movie besides him?
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Oh, you're talking about 28 Years Later.
Yeah, sorry.
Sinners.
Sorry. So Remick's thing is that he wants to connect with his ancestors. He hears the cousin's voice and he sees it as a gateway to connect with his ancestors. So when he's in the building and he's playing his song and everyone's like history's coming out, that's him connecting to his ancestors, future and past.
Okay.
You have to go watch the thing, but that's just what it. That's
understand why we were seeing. I could understand people from like the past because those are your ancestors. I didn't understand why we were seeing people from the future. Like I didn't know why I saw people from the 70s and onward.
I think they're saying
that's not your ancestors. That's your descendants.
Okay, calm down. I think he's saying that also a way to connect to the future because what he's doing there influences the future.
I don't know. I didn't love the movie. I did like... What did I like? Oh, I loved the inclusion of all the races, okay? I love that we had a leading love interest with a black woman. I love that we had our black male lead. I love that we had... See, this is why I really wanted the Native Americans to come back, because I like that they were included. I would love for them to have been included further. I loved our Asian American representation. Now, the diversity in the film, that I got behind.
But not the film.
But the plot, they lost me.
Well, I strongly disagree with Jade. And I can't demonstrate that. But someone was saying that I hope we get a prequel of what the Native Americans are going through. But someone was saying that
give me a Native American. I really thought we were going to see more of them, and I was very disappointed that we didn't.
Yeah. I think well, someone was saying that it might turn into a universe, but I don't know if that's true or not. But I want to say that Remick was also trying to do something similar with the Native Americans. They're very in touch with their spirituality. And he was trying to go over there and connect with, and then people didn't fucking play. They don't play about vamp. And then someone was thinking, are they werewolves? Because they were saying that, Chancellor was saying this, right?
Native Americans always playing the werewolves?
Werewolves, they are. That's
very interesting. What's that take?
I'm sure there's a lore that goes all the way back, and that's why they're stuck
They
with
must do something. It has to be something with the wolves.
Oh yeah, but then Chancellor was saying he read something, but I didn't really fully grasp it. But he was saying, because in the beginning, the Native Americans are like, we gotta go.
Yeah, the sun was setting.
Right, but Chancellor was saying, Why did they like they know what they're doing with the vampire? They're already on his ass. Why did they feel the need to go home so bad? Like they could still kill him. Like it's not like they have the inability. But Chancellor was saying that they need to go home because the sun's about to set and they're about to turn to werewolves and they got to get home to their safe space. And I was like, that's interesting. But yes, I do hope there's a prequel with the vampires. I want to see what Remick was trying to get over on them, and they wasn't fucking with it.
Yeah.
And I do always love a movie where the ending, for no reason, no like really clear reason, but we just got to kill a bunch of KKK members. I love that.
Because that was good. Because at that whole point, I was like, what's even the point of this?
I forgot about that.
But I'll take it.
Yes.
I was like, that'll make up for everybody literally dying.
Because in the beginning, when that white man sold them that place, I was like, well, this doesn't seem...
I was like, this was all so easy.
Yeah, but I guess it really wasn't.
You know what I did like? How only because me and Mom watched Goodfellas like 2 nights before, and I was on the mob. Kick.
Oh, did they mention that?
I liked how they had they worked for Al Capone. I was like, oh,
yes,
that's fascinating.
And someone was saying that they would like a prequel when they were in Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want that as much because I want some more sci-fi, like fantasy shit. But
I would like
that would be interesting.
Better.
Hey, it might happen.
Give me Mobster.
Give me Mob or give me nothing. I was just thinking about Goodfellas the other day. What a great movie.
That was a good movie. Robert De Niro looks fabulous.
He does.
That's a good looking man. Oh.
That man's voice. I love that man's voice. Who does the voiceover? Is his name?
I don't know. He's no longer with us. Okay. Well, he isn't.
What? I know. You said it like he's no longer with us, so his it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter to me. No, that's not the case. I don't know.
But yeah, that's all I've seen lately.
Well,
there's a new movie on Netflix. No, HBO Max that got released that I will be watching.
What's that?
With our girl. Oh my God, I said her name in so long. Fuck. She's on Bear. What's her name? Io.
Oh. Io Elderberry or something like that?
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce her.
Yeah.
I need to learn how to.
But her movie that she was in, I don't think it did that well in theaters. But it's called Opus. It's on HBO Max, and I will be watching that very shortly. I saw it was on yesterday. Not sure what it's about. I think it's some similar to that one with Zoe Saldana. That she produced. Channing Tatum. Zoe Saldana produced. Kravitz. Oh, yes, Zoe Kravitz. I was like, which one's Zoe Saldana? Okay, yes, Zoe Kravitz. Blink Twice. I think it's something similar to that vibe.
What is?
Io's Elderberry's movie, Opus.
Okay. Cool. Speaking of juke joints.
There you go.
Sinners. Juke joint. Speaking of juke joints, that brings us to the movie that we're doing tonight. Think club. Think the 90s. Think bouncers. Think hot women. Think two brothers. Think immigrant father. Think aggravating next door neighbor who's a girl and she's interested in you, but you don't want her. Think tall and short. Think nitrogen gas. And that brings us to, drumroll please,
Night at the Roxbury. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
Don't
hurt me no more. Oh. As I was listening to this, as I was watching this movie, I was like, I could actually go to the club right now. The soundtrack was amazing. It had some bangers.
I didn't
personally. I did notice.
Full-grown adult men, Steve and Doug Butavi, still live at home and work at their father's artificial flower shop. But by night, the brothers spend their time chasing their dream of getting into LA's hottest nightclubs, only to be repeatedly rejected by both women and bouncers. Their big break comes when they accidentally bump into celebrity Richard Grieco, who helps them get into the Roxbury, where they meet club owner Benny Zadir and pitch their wild idea for a new kind of nightclub. The film is an American comedy based on a recurring sketch on Saturday Night Live called The Roxbury Guys, where the Roxbury Guys were joined by the week's hosts and bobbed their heads to the hit song What Is Love while being comically rejected by women at various clubs. The film is directed by John Furtenberry and written by Will Ferrell. Again.
Wow. How dare you?
I know. Sorry. Cut that out. He can never know. I thought that was funny.
You didn't laugh.
You didn't laugh.
It was funny.
The film is... Okay, sorry. The film is directed by John Fortenberry and written by Will Ferrell, Chris Kattan, and Steve Kerwin. Amy Heckerling, a producer for the film, was a fan and asked co-creator Steve Kerwin to write a film script based on the SNL sketch. Okay. I said Amy name because it's important to this next note that I'm about to bring up. Okay. In May 2019, Chris Kattan claimed in his memoir that he was persuaded by producer Lorne Michaels. You know Lorne Michaels? He's the showrunner for Saturday Night Live. He's the creator of Saturday. Saturday Night Live is here because of Lorne Michaels.
That's right.
You know, whenever they like laugh and they're like, Lorne's gonna be pissed.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's still running the show over there.
Okay.
In May 2019, Kattan claimed in his memoir that he was persuaded by producer Lorne Michaels to have sex with Amy Heckerling, the producer I mentioned, so that she would direct the film. Although she ultimately only produced rather than directed it. The incident ultimately ended his friendship with Will Ferrell. Chris Kattan is the guy who plays the other brother.
Okay. And then what happened?
Lorne Michaels went to him, said, I think you should have sex with Amy Heckerling. This is allegedly.
Wait, Lorne Michaels is SNL.
Allegedly. Yes. The show, he's a producer on this film also.
Okay. So the short guy here, Night Roxbury.
Yes.
Say it again. So
allegedly in his memoir in 2019 claims that Lorne Michaels...
He claimed this?
Yes.
He wrote this? Okay, keep going. Okay.
Jesus, what's so hard about this? God damn it. Chris Kattan, the one who is not Will Ferrell in the movie, in his memoir in 2019 wrote that Lorne Michaels persuaded him to have sex with Amy Heckerling so that she would direct the movie, even though she ended up not even directing it. Allegedly.
I don't even understand what that quid pro quo is. He's saying that guy told him if you want her, he wanted her to direct the film, so sleep. What?
Yeah, she must have been into him or something. And he's like, you know, if you want to get this film made, if you want it to be a good film, you want her to direct it, you should sleep with her. What's so hard? Men can get me too, Jordan.
No, it would make. I thought it would be like. Allegedly. Sleep with her if you want to be in the movie. I don't know. Not like sleep with her if you want to direct the movie. I didn't know directors were that. No, they had to. Yeah, we had to pay them to get them to direct. So who stopped talking to who?
So ultimately, I don't know how this has anything to do with him, but the incident ultimately ended Chris Kattan's friendship with Will Ferrell. I guess Will's probably like, yeah, you should do it. I don't know. Allegedly, I don't know.
I was wondering. Yeah, I haven't seen him anymore. Where is he?
Yeah, I also read. I thought this was very.
Did he get blacklisted?
No. I also read that he was filming a sketch for SNL. This is unrelated to the movie, but I guess when he was still on SNL, they were doing like a sketch or something. Yeah. Where he was supposed to like fall out of a chair dramatically. In doing that, he broke his neck. And he had 5 neck surgeries. And NBC only paid for 2 out of the 5, allegedly. He wrote that in his memoir also.
See?
Oh, I was like, oh.
What is he doing? I'm so confused.
I don't know. Apparently he was on a season of Dancing with the Stars, so. But he wrote in his memoir that the judges were like, you're so stiff. Like, why are you so stiff? And then he was like, well, I had 5 neck surgeries. Oh. I broke my neck.
in his memoir. Yeah. And in his memoir.
It made me want to read his memoir.
Read his memoir. Yeah, you quoted it so many times now.
I was like, oh, we're getting a lot from the memoir here. So yeah.
He was so handsome. Aww.
I know, he was so cute. He's so freaking cute.
Looks like he's still doing comedy.
Yeah.
But yeah, not everyone has to be a big star.
Right.
And he was on SNL?
He's done his time. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sure he made his money.
They don't pay that much over there, I hear. The Roxbury was indeed a real Los Angeles area nightclub located in West Hollywood on the Sunset Strip. It was a popular celebrity location to party in the mid 1990s. However, it closed in 1997 before the release of the movie.
Oh, it's sad that clubs close.
Is it?
You know, Dragons didn't officially close, and I feel like some type of way about that. Thank you.
What?
Thank you. It's fucking sad. It's fucked up. I don't know if you.
Dragons.
I don't know if you realize, but it was closed for a little bit. Like every time I tried to go over there, it was like closed. But apparently the owners were having a tiff, but it's officially not coming back. Like it's done.
Oh no! Where
See?
are we supposed to go?
Exactly. It's fucking sad.
Actually, and I really haven't been to Dragon's Den since college, but still.
That was probably the last time it was open. No, I'm probably not. But right. Isn't that sad? I'm like, that was a fun place.
Sad.
And it was like a black place.
Right.
Safe.
Right. It was reggae upstairs, hip hop first floor.
Closed. And it's sad. And it finally hit me. I'm like, oh, this is what old people feel like. They were like, is that place anymore? I'm like, no. And I'm like, why do you care so much? But
not Dragon's Den.
So when that turns into I don't know, another freaking
a
brunch spot, I'm like, this used to be Dragon's Den.
I feel like they were trying to turn it into a boutique hotel or something.
Oh, you ain't lying that either. Or they're gonna try to turn to a church and then turn it into a boutique hotel right after. But they like to turn churches into boutique hotels.
Yeah,
they gonna turn.
It was a church, and now we turned it into a hotel or / bar.
Yeah, it was a church for 1 week, and then now it's a bar.
So now it's a bar. For the aesthetic purposes, of
course. For the aesthetic purposes.
Well, although the Roxbury was a real nightclub, the exterior shots used in the movie that represents the Roxbury are of another club known as the Billboard Live, and the interior of the Roxbury was a downtown movie theater. So why they didn't use the actual club, I don't know.
Downtown movie theater, random, but okay.
The film was released October 2nd, 1998, and distributed by Paramount Pictures. Okay. Budget.
What year?
1998.
40 million.
Nope.
20 million.
Closer.
25 million. 22 million.
Lower.
18 million.
$17 million. Box office.
200 million.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Is that crazy? Is it?
Yeah, that's insane.
Okay, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
I thought we've been doing some bangers. I don't know. Yeah, okay, fine. 70 million.
No.
50 million?
No.
Lower than 50 million?
Yes.
Oh damn, 30 million.
30.3 million.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
I feel like, movies that are like SNL sketches that get turned into movies, they don't typically do super hot.
Yeah. I guess not. I mean, but they don't do them anymore.
They don't.
To my knowledge.
They don't. I haven't seen one of those.
Because the sketches are so bad, it's not worth making a movie out of it.
Ooh, burn.
Stick up your writing.
LOL. Cast Will Ferrell as Steve Butabi, Chris Kattan as Doug Butabi, Lonnie Anderson as Barbara Butabi, Chris and Doug's mom, Dan Hedaya as Kamel Butabi, Doug and Steve's father, Molly Shannon as Emily Sanderson, a girl who's obsessed with Steve and wants to date him, and their neighbor to the flower shop. Her dad owns a lamp shop or something.
Mm-hmm. The light shop, yeah.
Let's see who else is important. Lachlan Monroe as Craig. Richard Grieco as himself. Jennifer Coolidge as hottie police officer. Meredith Scott Lynn as credit card vixen. Who else?
Eva.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Eva Mendes as bridesmaids. Bridesmaid. Yes, I added an S. She's one person, singular. Chaz Palminteri. Chaz Palminteri. I don't know. As Benny Zadir. What's the hot girl's names? Gigi Rice as Vivica. A girl who breaks Steve's virginity. Alyssa Donovan as Camby, a girl who breaks Doug's virginity. And yeah, that's good enough.
Nice, man. Totally did. So the movie begins with Steve and Doug. These are brothers and they look nothing alike. One is Will Ferrell.
Tall. And
Will Ferrell.
Doug is short.
And
their features don't match.
Not at all. But we see them at a club. They're trying to get women, and they are very obnoxious. They are horny, obnoxious, and
it's a borderline sexual harassment.
Quite frankly, annoying.
Yeah, they just go up to random women. They're like, "Hey, what's up? You from out of town?" And then they thrust their penises against them on the dance floor. Really
they also always do this move where they like scratch, like flick the bottom of their nose, and I think that's like a way of them saying they just did cocaine.
I don't know why. I don't think their characters would do cocaine.
They do whippets.
You got me there.
Which is worse.
They do that. But I think they do it not knowing that they're like doing something completely dangerous and addictive.
Yeah, I don't think they realize it. But like, what is always the nose thing? Because they turn around. I don't know. What else could they mean? Especially in the 90s.
I did read that there was like a lot of scenes left on the cutting room floor, like a lot of jokes and didn't make it. And there was one where the guys go into the bathroom at one of like the nightclubs, and this like drug dealer offers them cocaine, but like describes it not using the word cocaine like multiple times. Like, I don't know, he might call it like sugar booger one time, and like something else another time. And the guys like don't understand what it is. And then he's like, finally he's like, it's fucking cocaine. And the guys are like, oh, we don't do drugs.
Okay, ethical. So maybe they just know just itches. But yes, they spend.
But I could be. It might have, not made it to the movie because they actually do drugs, and that's why they're sniffing their nose. I don't know.
Who knows? But yeah,
They don't strike me as those type of boys.
That's true.
They're virgins, for crying out loud.
They're innocent. Yeah. But yes, we meet Steve and Doug. They try to act super cool, but they are baby boys. They are what do you call it when you're fresh off the womb?
Mama's boys. Breastfeeding still. They're still sucking on their mom's tit.
Yeah, they're man-childs. They do a lot of dancing with women who don't want to dance with them. They do a lot of iconic head nods to popular songs like "What Is Love?" "Baby, Don't Hurt Me." "Don't Hurt Me No More." My head is bobbing. So they're in the club. They're aggressively hitting on women, and then they get kicked out by the bouncers. Thank you for doing your job. They bar hop to the next club. This is the Roxbury. This is a very popular club. It's very hard to get in, so hard to get in that these two brothers have never gotten in their life. And their dream is to get into this club. They go up to the bouncer. They say, the bouncer's like, is your name on the list? They're like, yeah, Steve and Doug.
Butabi.
And, and the guy's like,
you guys are brothers?
No. Yes. Yeah, works every time.
He's like, okay, but you're still not on the list.
Yeah,
back of the line.
Back of the line. So while
before they go to the back of the line.
Oh, yes.
They notice that a hot 90s celebrity who is no longer relevant at today's time, unfortunately, is getting out of the limo with a beautiful lady, and it is no other than Richard Grieco. And they're like, oh my God, it's Richard Grieco. We must get into the Roxbury because the people like Richard Grieco party here. But
I did not know
they're shunned to the back of the line.
I did not know I mean, honestly, while watching this, I was like, is this a famous guy? And I forgot to look it up if he actually was or not.
He is actually, he's playing himself. This is a famous person.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
And because then later in one of the scenes, they asked him about Johnny Depp. And he is in a movie with Johnny Depp. They're in,
oh, that's why they asked him.
Yeah, they're in what movie? Oh, fuck, what was it? Oh, they're in 21 Jump Street together.
I was just about to say, I was like, is it 21 Jump Street?
21 Jump Street.
Giving 21 Jump Street.
21 Jump Street. Yeah, they're in 21 Jump Street together. But yes, not familiar with this man, but shout out to him. So why they go wait in line, they talk about their dreams and their hopes. One of them being opening up their own nightclub. And Steve has this idea.
Their nightclub will be inclusive. Yes. They'll let anybody in, not just like the hot celebrities. Anybody who wants to get in will be let into their nightclub. And
I don't
Jack's
believe
like,
that.
it's so noble of you. And he's like, yeah, I try.
And another thing about a nightclub, the outside is going to look like the inside, and the inside is going to look like the outside, which is stupid.
New age.
But that's his idea. They spend the whole night in the line harassing people, annoying people, and telling them the story about how they met. Who'd they meet?
Emilio! They tell every girl in the line this story about how they met the mighty ducker himself, Emilio Estevez. And which is... Doug streamed out his name, Emilio, and he tipped his hat at them. And they've been reliving it every day for the rest of their lives since it happened.
Should be so numb to celebrities. If you live in LA and you go out and about often, you have to be numb to them at one point. Especially Mighty Duck. Come on. So they spend the night basically in the line. They get to the front. It's the closing time. It's LA. I don't know what time the bars close, but I'm assuming 2 a.m. So they've got to go home. The next day, Steve and Doug wake up. We see that they sleep in the same bed. So they're like
the
same room. Excuse me,
not quite same there room yet.
And they're titty tight. But they go off to work. We meet their parents.
Well, we also failed to mention. Okay.
Oh.
On the way to, they bar hop or club hop throughout the night. They go to at least 3. On the way to one of them, they get pulled over by a police officer for a traffic violation. And the police officer comes out. Steve is driving. Steve is Will Ferrell. And she comes out. She writes him up a ticket. Steve is enamored with her beauty, just like he is with every woman. Mm-hmm. And the police officer is no one other than the Jennifer Coolidge.
Her face is so different.
Her voice is so different. I was like, bitch, not this is a shtick. I thought you actually talked like that.
I don't even know anymore. I just want to know when she reinvented herself, because like even looking at her, I'm like, are we sure that's Jennifer Coolidge?
Yeah, you can still see it. Like,
you can see it. Yeah, but it's still hard.
But that voice, I was like, oh my God, not you know how to talk regular.
I like, until I looked at the cast, I was like, that is Jennifer Coolidge. Like I would have never clocked it.
It has to be exhausting to have to keep up with that voice, because now I know you don't actually talk like that.
You don't think? Maybe she
don't talk like that.
Maybe someone hit her later on in like in the thingy on accident. Not like
abuse. Great branding. I mean, it's really worked for her over the years.
She said no.
Excellent. So that concludes their night.
Yes.
The next day they're back at their house in their rooms with their matching beds and matching pajamas. They make their way downstairs, and we were introduced to Doug and Steve's parents. Their mom is this blonde-haired, blue-eyed Beverly Hills babe, and their
Barbie
father
doll.
is an immigrant from Yemen.
Or Cher's dad, if you...
Yeah, or Cher's dad.
If you want to go that. If you want to go that.
Giving
the dad
like
of the 90s.
Vibe. Yeah, the
same
dad
vibe.
of the 90s.
But not as loving.
Off rip, you can tell that there is a weird dynamic here. The dad... what is his name? Kamal,
yeah, Kamal
is not fucking with Doug, the short one, Chris Kattan. He ain't fucking him. Loves him some Steve. For whatever reason, he don't like Doug.
Doug's the ringleader.
Doug's the ringleader. Doug is the one who has his head in the clouds, and he's the one that comes up with the ideas, straying from the idea that Kamal has for his children. Doug's the one who strays away from that the most, and that's why they don't get along.
Yes. So we see them working at the artificial plant store before it's time, because that's all the rage now. Owns. Yes. At one point we see Doug take someone's trying to check out with a credit card. Doug happily because I guess back in the day you had to verify credit cards. This is before my time because I didn't have a credit card back then. But he had to verify that the credit card was owned by this person, which he likes to do because he gets to call what does he call it? The credit vixen. And for whatever reason, he likes this lady's voice. He always flirts with her. She always accepts his credit card transactions, and they have a fling over the phone, even though they've never met. So as the day goes on, Doug and Steve have to pack up the flower van for a delivery. While they're packing up, what's her name? Emily comes out. Emily's family owns the store next door. They have a lighting business, lamp shop. And Emily has a big crush on Steve, which Steve should get at because I think she's above him, but whatever.
Yeah, I was like, what's all okay, first of all, y'all literally can't get anybody. Y'all gawk over every woman that you see.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me the second a woman is actually interested in you, you think you too good for her? Toxic. You got some nerve. Not with that haircut. So Emily comes out. She's back home from college. I guess it's the summertime. Also, gooped and gagged that these people are supposed to be playing college age. Because I was crazy. So Emily comes out. She's home from college, and it's like, Steve, it's so good to see you. You remember the last time I was in town, you told me once I got back home from college, you said we can go on a date, and I thought we should do that, or we can just, like, make out, because I'm really good at it. And Steve's like, sure, whatever, Emily. And Doug interrupts, because Doug, for whatever reason, is so anti-Emily. Doug does not want to see Steve with her whatsoever. Right. And Doug is basically like, look, me and Steve, we're Ferraris. We're on the road. We're on the go. And we're not stopping for gas. So Steve doesn't have time for women that come from the likes of you. And Emily's like, whatever. Before he can go any further, Kumail, their father, comes. And he's basically like, we can, of course, set something up for you and Steve. Of course, y'all can go on a date sometime. And then Emily's like, okay, I'll see you later, Steve. And Kumail takes this opportunity to reprimand Steve and Doug. And it's basically like, what is it going to take for you two to get your heads out of your asses? Okay?
Right.
One day, Steve, he's talking to Steve now, you and Emily are going to get married. We're going to knock down this wall, and we're going to have the first ever flower lamp shop in all of Los Angeles. And that is your life plan. That is the plan that I've set out for you. And Doug, if you're lucky, Steve will let you work the cash register. And that is how you two are going to live your life.
So the boys, I guess they take their break at the beach in their little, what do you call it? Spandex? No. Speedos. In their little Speedos, which I think is hilarious. While they're walking on the beach, they are discussing their dreams, mainly Doug, and how they're going to get into the Roxbury and they're going to open their own club and their lives are going to be great. But while they're talking, Steve mentions that he's been talking to their dad and he's been coming up with ideas and plans for the plant shop. And Doug is very upset by this because his goal for them is to have a club and it does not involve running the family business. So now that they're back on page, like on what their hopes and dreams are, that night they decide that they will be getting into the Roxbury. So after the beach, they go home to get ready for the Roxbury that night. They walk in and their parents are downstairs with Emily and her parents because they're supposed to be having a dinner, but the boys want to go to the Roxbury. So they ignore them. They go upstairs. They get dressed. The dad comes up. He's arguing with them about they need to stay for dinner.
He says, when I tell you to do something, you do it. You hear me? And Doug is like, what you have planned for us is not on our agenda. And he's like, I don't care. Come downstairs. And he's like, I don't wanna. And he goes into the bathroom and locks himself in. And their father looks at Steve and he's basically like, what do I have to do to get through to your brother? And then Steve is like, you know what, Doug is just like an infomercial. And sometimes you don't know what it's about, but you just like listen to it to understand. And Kamal's like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yeah. So the two continue with their evening. They primp and prep for the night. They blow dry their hair. They're spraying on their sideburns. They're waxing each other's backs. And they are getting ready for their night out. Because this is the night they're going to conquer the Roxbury.
Hell yeah.
As they're out the door, they're fully dressed in their matching outfits. However, their father has now taken away their car keys and they have to drive the flower shop's
Delivery van, yeah.
And it's not a
it's
cute look.
Yeah, it's a damper to the mood, but it will not ruin it.
It will not
entirely.
stop them.
So the boys arrive at the Roxbury. They try to get in with the same bouncer. The bouncer's like, y'all not on the list. Try again another time. Someone else comes behind them, and then they see this man slip the bouncer some money. So now the boys realize, oh, we can bribe our way in. We should have been done that. So they go back up to the bouncer, and they say, have you met my friend? I don't know who's on the quarter. I really don't.
They say like Theodore Roosevelt. Have you met my friend George Washington? And my other friend, George Washington. So what about his friend, Abraham Lincoln?
Right. So I think in total, maybe it might be like $8 they try to give this man. He's like, absolutely not. So the boys, determined to get into the Roxbury that night, they get back in their car and they go searching for an ATM. They're driving, they're cruising down the street, but they're doing this thing where they like stop every time they think they see an ATM, and they're like, oh no, that's not an ATM. They drive a little, they stop because they think they see an ATM. They're like, no, that's not an ATM. So of course, someone behind them accidentally runs into them.
Because they're driving like idiots.
Driving like freaking idiots. So a nice ass sports car runs into them. They get out the car. The neck's kind of hurt because they got in a car accident. And who is driving this car?
Richard Grieco.
Oh my God, Grieco.
Richard
the
Grieco.
One and only. Their idol. This man.
The guy who they saw the night before entering the Roxbury. The guy who they aspire to be. And Richard is like, this is a racing car. The last thing I need is a ticket, a lawsuit. These guys are acting like their necks are already hurting. So he gets out of the car. Little does he know, Steve and Doug, that's not the type of people they are. They're not worried about anything. They would have let Richard Grieco go with an autograph.
Right.
So he gets out of the car, and he's basically like, I'm so sorry that I ran into you guys. And they're like, oh my God, it's Richard Grieco. And he's like, so what do you guys want to do?
What do you do? Right.
He's saying like, do you want to exchange insurance? Like, what do y'all want to do next? And they're like, well, we saw you at the Roxbury last night, and that's where we're heading. And he's like, oh, okay. Well, do you guys want to go right now? And they're like, yeah.
Yeah.
So Richard is doing all of this just to avoid having to pay them off. And they all make their way to the Roxbury. They get in, and Steve and Doug are on cloud 9. They finally get to see the inside walls to the Roxbury, and they're having the time of their life.
In the nightclub, Richard Grieco introduces them to the owner of the Greco.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah. Introduces them to the owner of the Roxbury, Benny Zadar.
Zadar.
Zadar. They meet Benny Zadar, who is this eccentric, I don't know, like, does he want to be sexually assaulted? Does he sexually assault? I don't know. His whole joke is, hey, did you touch my butt? But like
no one touched his butt.
No one's touching his butt. It's like a weird backwards sexual harassment. I don't know how to explain it.
It's a weird stick that he does.
It's a weird stick, and it's off-putting. But he's a very nice guy. He's very nice to Steve and Doug. He invites them all to go sit at his table. They're having a great time. Steve and Doug are like shell-shocked because not only did they get into the Roxbury, they're meeting Richard, and they're meeting the owner of the Roxbury.
Yeah.
What a crazy night.
Doug is like, this is who we need to be professionally. We need to be in with this guy. Yes. So they're chopping it up with Zadar, and basically Doug even pitches his nightclub idea of having a club where the outside looks like the inside for all the people that have to sit outside and wait. And then the inside looks like the outside with street lights and cars and whatever. And Zadar just loves this idea. So before they can continue the night, two very young and hot gold digging bitches spot Doug and Steve from far away. They're there to scout out the rich and the famous so they can, find a man, of course.
They working, honey.
They're working. They're clocking everybody. This guy only makes 6 figures. This guy only makes $500,000. This guy only owns one club. Then they see Steve and Doug, who are sitting with Benny Zadar, and they're like, if they're sitting with Zadar, They have to be loaded. So they're like, let's go approach them. So the girls' names are Vivian and Canby. Canby, okay, I want to point out. Mm-hmm. You know how, okay, this is unimportant, but you know how, okay, so when Richard Grieco is in the car, he got a girl in the car with him, right? And then she goes with them to the club. The whole time.
Yeah.
You didn't pay attention, sure. But the whole time.
Yeah, I know the girl.
She looks exactly to me like the girl from Clueless.
Which girl from Clueless? Oh,
not the main girl. The Amber.
That always copies her.
The red hair girl. She looks exactly like her. I'm like, why does this girl look exactly like the girl from Clueless? Then we're introduced to Vivian and Canby is the girl from Clueless, Amber. And I said, not they both in here.
Oh, that's funny. It is a girl from Clueless.
And I was like, first of all, I'm surprised that they even allowed this. You know, movies don't do that. They don't let you be in the same movie with a person who look like you.
Two brunettes, two redheads.
Right. I was like, they're literally identical. They have the whole time I was like, this looks like Amber from Clueless. Right. Then we actually see Amber from Clueless. And now I'm like, I'm mind fucked. But anywho.
You're like, whoa. I thought
that was crazy.
That girl that was in this movie for 5 seconds stole me off.
Why does she look so much like her? And then 5 seconds later, we actually see the actual girl. So, Canby and Vivian spot Steve and Doug, and they're like, it's time to pounce. So they go up to them at their table, and they're like, hey, do you want to dance? And to Doug and Steve's surprise, they're like, you actually want to dance with us? They're stunned. This has never happened to them before. Now they've really never gotten this far. They've never gotten far enough to get into the Roxbury. They really ain't never gotten far enough to actually want a woman to dance with them willingly. Ayo. So the four hit the dance floor. Steve and Doug have, again, the craziest dance moves ever. They're thrusting their penises against Vivian and Canby. And they're like, what the fuck? But eventually the two catch their rhythm.
Because they're trying to get these rich guys to like them, so they mimic what they're doing, so like the guys like them, which is, they're putting in real work here.
Yeah, they're putting in real work. They're adapting to their dance moves.
Yes.
And then at a point to where they start doing a choreographed dance routine.
Yes.
They're like floating and like chassing across the floor.
Head down.
All four of them are bobbing their heads. They're smacking each other's asses.
Yes.
They got a whole dance routine down.
10 out of 10. Zadir goes, that's some good ass smacking, man.
That's some good ass grabbing going on
that's
over
what
there.
He said. He's so weird. So the party continues, and the next scene, they're all in the limo, which is like, this has to be the greatest night of their lives. Could you imagine?
No, it has to be.
It has to be. So Zadir, Steve and Doug, and their two new shawties are all in the club. No, in a limo, and they're heading to Zadir's house for the after party. While
they're all being escorted, however, by Zadir's driver, personal assistant. I guess like his right-hand man. What that man name is?
Dewey.
Played by Colin Quinn, who was also a member of SNL.
I bet he was. So while they're in the car, they get this bright idea to liven up the party. It's so funny. They just randomly talk about, what's really good to like boost up a party is if you get like whipped cream and you suck on it before I don't even know how whippets work, before the
they're like, yeah, what's really fun? If you take a bottle of like whipping cream and you suck on the bottle right before anything comes out, it's so much fun. And Vivian's like, are you talking about like nitrogen oxide? That's how you like.
You like, no.
That's how you like get high. Right. And they're like, oh, no. What? No,
that's not drugs. It's just like air.
But Zadir is eating up any and everything that they say. So he tells Dewey, he's like, stop at the gas station and let's get us some whipped cream and let's get high off of nitrogen oxide.
Which is crazy.
So that's exactly what they do. They stop at a gas station and get Dewey to pick up like 15 bottles of like aerosol whipping cream.
Mm-hmm.
While they're at the gas station and Dewey is making a credit card purchase, Doug takes it upon himself to snatch the credit card while Dewey's at the register and make a call to the credit card vixen herself.
Hell yeah.
he ain't worried about Canby right now, the girl that he got on his shoulder. He's worried about the card vixen, and he has a cute little exchange with her. He tells her, you should come out with me sometime. And she's like, I can't. No one else would be able to answer your phone calls and check your credit card statements if I'm out. And he's like, oh my God, you're always thinking of me. And she's like, goodbye, Doug. And he's like, bye, card vixen. So and cute. They go back to partying.
Yes. So now they arrive to Zadir's home. While they're at the home, Zadir makes a comment about how like he spent so much on this surround sound or this like music system, but no one's dancing. And then Steve and Doug say like, "Hey, bro, like if you like
this
put like
pool is taking up so much like dance floor space. If you put glass over the pool, I bet you everybody would get up and start grooving." And Zadir's like, "Boys, let's schedule a meeting for tomorrow. Let's party tonight, and tomorrow I want to see you guys in my office." And they're like, score! They're super excited. They're like, finally in the door. This is the moment they've been waiting for. This is the night of their dreams.
Speaking of score.
Good one.
The girls. What are their names again?
Canby? Not Cammy. Camby.
Camby and Vivica?
Fucking stupid. And Vivian.
They take the boys upstairs to one of Zadir's rooms, and they, spend this time to try to lock in their 401k, if you will. They take the boys to Pound Town. They butter them up. They butter their biscuit. Yeah. It's Vivica. Okay. So the girls take the boys upstairs to engage in sexual activities. While they're engaging it, the girls ask, because the boys acting very weird. They're like, "Are you a virgin?" And they're like, "No."
Steve is like,
"Yes.
Yeah, aren't you?" And Vivica's like, "Oh, you sweet boy." No. And of course, Doug, trying to be super cool, is like, "Of course this isn't my first time. Are you joking? You're hilarious. You're a comedian. Oh my God, you're so funny." But of course, it's both of their first times.
Yeah.
And they both lose their virginities to their respective women, and they're super duper excited. They even congratulate each other in the hallway after only lasting for 45 seconds each.
They tried their best. And these girls really put in work. Shout out to them for, doing their darnest. Right. So the next morning.
For giving back to their community.
Right.
For helping the needy.
That's why you gotta do your research. You can't just assume things, but I mean, mind you, they're not like poor, but I get what she was going for.
I mean, they are rich. Their house is pretty big. Yeah. To say, I'm also very confused by their wealth because the dad just owns a flower shop, but their house is like huge.
I mean, it's a business. Flowers are expensive, even the fake ones.
It's a fake flower shop.
They're expensive, and
it looks like it's one single flower shop, not even like a chain.
So
they are expensive though.
Yeah, the fake ones too.
Yeah, fake ones are expensive.
But they're expensive and you can reuse them. You know how great business plan that is?
Yeah.
They got us. They got us good. Because if I'm spending that much, I'm keeping these fake flowers, motherfucker.
Right.
But anywho, so the next day, back at work, Doug and Steve are, gathering to see when they're going to call Zadir to make their appointment and like what time works for the best, the both of them. And they check their schedule and they're pretty free. But while they're doing this, their dad is also in the shop, and one of the customers comes up to them and he's like, "What cash register is open?" He looks over to his sons and they're bullshitting. They're not doing their jobs. He goes over them and he says, "You know what? I'm seeing y'all goofing off again." He tells them no more clubs. They already got their car. He's already got their cell phones, I think. And he's like, "Y'all can go to no more clubs." And he
reprimands them.
Yes. And of course, Doug does not take this. Steve is like, whoa. So calm down. But Doug's like, "Oh, hell no." So Doug leads the charge. He's like, "We're leaving." If this wasn't their dad, I think they would officially quit if that was the thing. But they just, leave for the day because family business.
They use this anger and this momentum to fuel themselves to go to meet with Zadir. They go to whatever, he got like his own building. They pull up at this building, his name on the building. They go inside, his name's on the elevator. They go to his top floor, they meet with his receptionist, and they say, "Hello, ma'am, we have a meeting with Benny Zadir, and we're Steve and Doug Butabi. You guys are brothers. Ma'am, we appreciate the setup, but we don't have time for this right now. We have a meeting with Zadir. And she's like, you're not on my list. And she's like, Doug's like, who cares? We have a meeting. And Steve is like, Doug, there's Zadir. I thought that was so fucking funny.
That is so funny.
She's like, you guys, Bob, Doug and Steve Butabi here. You guys are brothers. Man, we appreciate the setup, but we don't have time for this right now. Ooh, that one had me weak. Man, we appreciate the setup.
The setup is crazy.
You could have gotten this yesterday, but today we mean business. So the lady's like, you're not on the list. And Steve tells Doug, she's like, look, there's Zadir right there. So they make a run for it. They haul ass trying to get to Zadir. Right before he enters a business meeting, he enters the room, the doors close, and they are met by his assistant, Dewey. They're like, Dewey, my man, good to see you. Look, let us in. We've got a meeting with Zadir. Dewey's like, stay away from Zadir. He was drunk last night. He doesn't even remember you. Do you think this is the first time he's picked up two drunken idiots off the street and partied with them all night? He does this all the time on the weekend, and I spend my money cleaning it up and making sure that you guys never see him again. Stay away from him. And Doug's like, I'm not sure if my diss meter is on right now, but I'm pretty sure you're rejecting us. And Dewey's like, I'm not rejecting you. I'm actually kicking you out. Oh. So here comes security and carries them away, and they are escorted out of the building. Meanwhile, Dewey goes back into the room where Zadir is, and Zadir's like, Dewey, did you find the two guys from last night? And Dewey's like, no, sir. I haven't been able to locate them. Zadir's so like, sad. Dewey, did you grab my ass? Dewey says, sir, from where I'm standing, that would be an actual physical impossibility. Ah, Dewey, I know you and your tricks, says Zadir. Find the two boys.
What is that joke?
What is that stick?
So back in their van, the boys are bummed out. But Steve, who's trying to make, a situation look on the positive side, he's like, at the end of the day, we got the girls' numbers. We got Vivica and Canby's numbers. They're basically our girlfriends. Let's just call them up.
They think that
they think they're the girls. So they call up their girlfriends. The two girls are at like some kind of cocktail place, and they're chatting up with these two
club.
Yeah, they're chatting up with these two
Japanese
typhoons.
businessmen, tycoons. Yeah. And they're speaking Japanese. Typhoons, the girls, Jesus. You did say typhoons.
Typhoons, Jesus.
Words are hard. So they're, chopping it up with these two Japanese business tycoons who don't speak any English. But the girls are just about the dollar signs. They don't really care what you are, what language you speak. We're just here for the moolah. Mm-hmm. But they get a page. Canby gets a page from Doug. She answers the phone, and Doug's like, Canby, it's your boyfriend. And she's like, Who? Doug, I need to see you right now. And she's like, well, I'm at Sunset Grill. You can come meet me here.
Right, I guess.
Sure. So Doug and Steve pull up to meet up with Canby and Vivican. The girls end up leaving with them. They're walking out, and their girls are like, did you have a good time last night? And Doug and Steve are like, absolutely. And Doug is basically like, do you guys want to, hang out or do what we did last night? Or, we can get food or, do what we did last night. Sex. And right. Canby's like, yeah, sure. Sounds like a plan. They're like, excellent. So, right before, they have plans, I guess, to have sex with each other, the girls are met in front of the guy's delivery truck. And they're like, hop on in. The girls think this is some sort of practical joke. They're like, ha, 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 ha. Where's your car? And Doug is basically like, well, our dad actually took it from us, so we're using his delivery truck. And Canby's like, your dad? And Steve is like, yeah, we work for him, or well, we did work for him. We quit, so now we're unemployed. Vivian's like, you guys aren't in business with Mr. Zadir. And then Doug's like, well, we are, but we met him for the first time last night. So if we ever see him again, we definitely will be. And Vivica and Canby are like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. They make a run for the door. They're like, wait, where are you going? What did we do wrong? And then she's like, you two are absolute losers. Vivican calls Doug or Steve a jackass. And they're like, what did we do? We can change. And Campy's like, you can't freaking change. You two are unattractive losers. You don't have any money. And she turns to Vivica and it's basically like, can you believe we had sex with these asswipes? Vivica says, guys, last night we did you two a favor and do us a favor and never talk to us again. And they leave.
Rude.
And they're like, what the fuck?
What the hell? What? How could you have the greatest night of your life to the worst morning of your life?
No,
that's what's
seriously.
happening here.
Everything can happen in 24 hours.
Everything that they made last night is falling apart.
It's now crumbled. It no longer exists.
It is so fast. So the boys are back in the car. They were in the van. At this point, they're both bummed out. They don't know how to fix this. Doug, on the other hand, is even more bummed out. Steve is trying to make the most of it, but Doug takes this time to blame Steve for everything. And he calls Steve stupid and makes fun of his height.
You're the reason where, like, you're weighing me down. You're the reason why we can't get anywhere. And Doug is like, Steve is basically like, I don't see how this is my fault. And he's like, of course you can't see it. You can't see anything. You don't know how to do anything. You don't know how to talk to the ladies. You don't know how to get into the clubs. The only thing you know how to do is to ask me how to figure it out. And Steve is like, I think you're overreacting here. And he's like, no, I'm not. You're weighing me down. You're keeping me from being great. And Steve is basically like, okay, you know what? Dad is right about you. You are a loser. And Doug is like, you know what? You're not even attractive. And then from there, these two speak unspeakable words to each other.
I like how Steve sticks up for himself. I'm like, yeah, good for you, Steve.
Yeah. Because at first Steve was like, I think you're just kind of upset and overreacting. And then he's like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm not going to let you talk to me like this.
Right. Because I think Doug is more street smart, but I do think Steve is more book. Not like heavy books.
Not that much.
Not like heavy books, but like light books. Like, I don't know. Like, he knew how to work the phone. He was like, you're doing the beeper wrong. And he's like, no, I'm not. Doug was like, no, I'm not. And he's like, nah, you're definitely doing it wrong.
That's actually not how you work a cellular device.
Yeah, that's actually not how you do the pager thing. But yeah, so their friendship and their brotherhood has come to an abrupt end. Doug moves out of their shared bedroom and he moves into the guest house. Doug spends his time clubbing by himself, and while Steve continues to work with his dad, and Steve even goes on a date with Emily, and the two start dating without Steve's, approval. So it's not looking good.
Yeah, and Emily is now changing.
Wait, I didn't even realize I said it. I said Steve and Emily start dating without Steve's approval. Which is correct.
Steve or Doug?
No, without Steve. Steve, like, absolutely correct.
Yeah, Steve doesn't really approve of it either.
He doesn't really approve of it.
So, Emily is, she acts, okay, so they're at the gym.
Yeah.
Now that the two brothers are separated, Emily sees Steve at the gym. She's like, Steve, I heard what happened to your brother. And Steve is like, so? And she's like, so when are we going out? And he's like, look, Emily, I am a wild animal. And you are like the sweet girl next door type. And then Emily's basically like, Steve, I'm in college. I have sex. I have orgies or some shit like that. Yeah, and
I get around, honey.
And Steve is like, look, I just got out of a serious relationship and it's going to take me a lot of time to really respond and, reflect and heal emotionally. I probably won't be ready until like Saturday. Oh. And it was like Saturday. Oh my God, that's perfect. Your dad got us tickets to see some magician. We should totally go out Saturday. So they go out Saturday and that's how they start dating.
All right. Mind you, the whole time they're having this conversation, they're Steve and Doug's friend. What's his name?
Oh, he's their trainer, Craig.
Craig is standing there this whole time. Craig has a big crush on Emily.
He thinks she's physically fit, mentally smart, great legs, fabulous glutes, ambitious.
And
they really do make the perfect couple.
They do make a perfect couple. So while they're having this conversation, Greg is hoping Steve, shoots Emily down so he can ask her on a date. So he's kind of bummed out when they kind of make plans to go on a date.
So in the absence of Steve, or in the absence of Doug, Steve and Emily start to date. She's changing his lifestyle completely, however. She's throwing out all of his clothes, all of his decorations. She's changing his life upside down. And at first, Steve ain't fucking with it, but Emily is letting him have sex with her. So he's not really saying anything. He is a man in a trance because he's getting that punani. So he's letting anything and everything go. Yes. Meanwhile, as Jordan mentioned, Doug is going to bars, getting drunk by himself, humping on women as he normally does. I am obsessed.
Somehow creepier.
I am obsessed with the way he dances on the women. Like he's like a rabbit. He looks like a dog in heat. It's so funny to me, and especially when him and Doug aren't talking, and he's at the club by himself, and he has the sunglasses on, and he throws the shot glass at the bar, and then he just starts grabbing women and starts humping them. It's so funny to me because it's how he does it. It's so funny.
He's just so tiny.
Yeah, because he's so tiny. He's like a little rabbit dog.
Right.
So the boys have drifted apart. Yeah. And one night, Steve and Emily are in bed together. And Emily is going over a list of job applications that she wants Steve to apply for. Yeah. Steve, however, is basically look, I don't really read. I don't really, do
It's not
work.
my jam.
That's not my jam. Computers aren't my thing. I'm more of a people person. And Emily's like, Steve, do not piss me off, or you're gonna make me less horny. Steve's like, whoa, I don't want to do that. I do not want to do that. Mm-hmm. So the two ultimately have sex, and Steve is feeling a little icky after, and he's like, Emily, look, I think we're moving too fast. You're talking as if we're already married or something. And Emily's like, oh my God, Steve, you just made me the happiest woman on earth. And Steve is like, wait, no, but that's not what I meant. But then she goes down on him. He shuts the fuck up. He's like, okay, maybe, okay.
Silly boy. So they're engaged.
Simple boy. So, now they're engaged to be married. She's betrothed.
She's betrothed. So one night while Doug is out clubbing, this time he brings Craig along. He learns from Craig that Steve is getting married to Emily. And one is crazy that he doesn't know, because not only does he still live in the house, that is his brother, but is he sad? I don't know how he feels. He's just like, oh, wow.
He's, yeah, of course he's upset. He's devastated. He's been emotionally depressed ever since.
Yes. So
all he does is go out and get drunk miserably by himself. Yeah. It's only fun when Steve's around.
Right. So in another scene, there's a dinner rehearsal. So Emily's family there, and so is Steve's family. Steve's family came from what they say?
Yemen. He said Yemen.
Yemen. I was like, LOL, uncultured swine.
And then Mr. Butabi's like, Yemen.
So Steve takes this opportunity to get his father alone in the kitchen and act and hey, is it too late to back out of this wedding? And then Dad goes, yes.
No.
I was like, no.
Right. Yes.
No. I was like,
no. He was like, is it too late to back out? And he says,
no.
Yes. That's what it was.
I was like, not you throwing that thing around on him. But Steve expresses this, absolute hatred and vile that he has for this woman. And he's like, at night when she's snoring, I think about sticking a toothbrush up her nose. And when she does this, I hope that
sometimes
she dies.
I think about bringing her into the forest and letting her hang out with a deer. And hoping that she comes across a hunter and the hunter shoots her mistakenly. And sometimes I hope she chokes on poison that I give her. Is this normal?
It's a normal thing.
And then Mr. Butabi is like, perfectly normal thoughts to have before the wedding. And he's like, okay,
Dad, great. So later that night, Steve goes over to Doug's room in the guest house to ask him to be his best man. He knocks on the doors. Doug does not answer the door, but he says like, "Hey, I was just coming over to be the best man." Doug unfortunately pretends that he doesn't hear him, which is pretty sad. So the next day is the wedding day. It's being held at the Budabi's residence in the backyard. Doug is not invited. Craig instead is the best man. Richard Grieco is also in attendance because he's still hoping not to be sued by the brothers. And Steve is still trying to get out of the wedding, but nothing is working. I don't know why. Emily, you deserve better than this, honey.
Emily is a character.
Yeah. Did they do I'm a Star first, or is this their first movie together?
Let me see.
So if you don't know, these two, Emily and Steve's character, did I'm a Star together, and they had the reverse attraction. Because
she don't end up with him neither.
Right. But her character is obsessed with him, and he wasn't obsessed with her, and now his character.
Well, in that movie, she's obsessed with him too, right?
Oh, never mind. Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she don't never get Will Ferrell in any movie.
She don't want him. She don't need him.
What is it called? What Superstar? International
Superstar.
Oh, is it called Superstar?
Superstar.
The Night at the Roxbury came out first.
Oh, really?
Superstar came out in 1999.
Was that another Saturday Night Live thing?
Yes, of course it is.
Oh, that's funny. Which one do you like more?
I really ain't seen Superstar like that.
Yeah. Superstar is good. It's just more cringe. It's a hard watch. Sometimes it can be a hard fucking watch. Especially when she's making out with that tree. Jesus.
Oh yeah, that's
a hard fucking watch.
The tree is tough.
Yes.
The tree scene is tough.
But yes, the wedding is still going on. Steve and Emily are up at the altar. The officiant is trying to...
Who is also a former SNL cast member.
Oh, really? And also, this is the scene that Emily.
Eva Mendes is a bridesmaid.
Which is humble
She's the maid of honor. She's standing right next to Emily, the bride.
Crazy. So yes, the officiant is trying to marry these two, but before they can finish the ceremony, Doug comes out with the boombox playing "What Is Love" by Hideaway. I'm not trying to be dramatic, but I thought this scene was beautiful.
I thought it was so good. It was so good.
It was so good.
I thought
it was so good. It was like touching.
I was captivated.
I was captivated. I don't know what it is, but like
Doug is like standing on the staircase, like looking down with the boot box, and then Steve is like looking up at him. Yeah, it was.
It's beautiful, and it's just like, I know they're not like romantically in love, but the brother love is.
The so sweet. Love is there.
It's I wrote pretty romantic, low key. But anywho, at this, Doug is playing this music, and Steve instinctually runs to him. The two meet up, and they leave the wedding. They're off reconciling. While that's going on,
Emily's humiliated.
Yes.
She can't believe this is happening to her. Mr. Butabi is pissed. He's like, Doug, you're getting written out of the will for sure. Don't you freaking forget it.
Oh, man.
But Craig, being that he was the best man because Doug was not emotionally available, steps up to the plate. And he's like, you know what? Emily, I think you're an amazing woman.
Yeah.
This day doesn't have to go to waste. And Emily's like, what are you doing? And he's like, look, I've got 2% body fat. I'm 195 pounds. I own a gym, and my future career plans are to open up my own nutritional bar company. And she's like, ambition? I'll take it.
She even was like, let's do an infomercial or something like that.
She's like, we need to start with infomercials.
Yes. And I think they're a match made in heaven. Actually, low-key cute. I wish them the best.
No, they'll do fantastic.
Yes.
They'll do great things together.
Right. Richard Grieco takes this time to console Mr. The dad.
Butabi.
Mr. the dad. The dad. He helps him understand that one, Steve was not ready to be married, and that he's too hard on Doug. There's like one scene, they're chit-chatting, they're talking things over, and that's going to help, move their relationship on later in the movie. But Steve and Doug, wherever they ran up to, I think it was some park. But Doug takes the time to apologize to Steve. He tells Steve that he completes him, and Steve tells him, "You had me at hello."
Oh, that was funny.
It took me. He said, "You had me at hello."
You had me
so
at
the
hello.
boys.
He never said hello.
He never said. So you had me at hello. So cute.
I love that scene from that movie. Oh my god, it's so good. Let me just reset it real quick.
Oh god.
So the movie is Jerry Maguire. Okay.
Which is
Tom
crazy.
Cruise's character, Jerry Maguire, and Renee Zellweger's character. Zellweger? Renee Zellweger?
I thought it was Zellweger.
Renee Zellzinger?
Zellweger. Is it not Renee Zellweger?
Renee are married. Okay? They get married abruptly. Might have been way too soon. The marriage starts to fall apart. They weren't ready. Jeremy has commitment issues. Jerry has commitment issues. Mm-hmm. Okay? He leaves his wife. One day he decides, you know what? I love my wife. I can't live without her. He busts into her home where she's having like a book club meeting where she's complaining about her husband who left her. And he says, hello. She's in the kitchen or something. He says, hello. I'm looking for my wife. He goes on this tangent for like 30 minutes. He talks about this whole fucking story, blah, 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 blah. She says, shut the fuck up. Okay? You had me at hello. Oh my God. He talked for like 30 minutes. And she said, you had me at hello. Never saw it coming. He's like, hello. I'm looking for my wife. He goes on this long ass tangent. She's like, you had me at hello. Oh, you never see it coming.
You never see it coming.
You never see
They
it
got
coming.
me with that one.
They got me good with that one. Because everyone here is like, oh, you had me at hello, but I never knew what the fuck it came from. I had no idea it came from Jerry Maguire. Yeah. So I didn't know that this was
why
the
would
scene.
You think, like,
I didn't know
Maguire.
This was happening. Yeah, I never thought that. So then he's like, hello. He tells this whole speech, and then she's like, you had me at hello. I was like, oh my God, this was it.
This is it.
It was beautiful. I loved it. I loved every second of it.
The stars align. You're like, I found it. I
found it. This is it. I don't know why I thought it came from like Nothing Hill or something. No.
Right. No, or like, what's Sleepless in Seattle or something.
Yeah, like one of those. Maybe.
Yeah, I would never guess Jerry Maguire. Show me the money.
Show me
the money. It's a really good movie. I should watch it again. I've only seen it once fully. But anywho, to celebrate, Steve and Doug go out that night. They're back on their bullshit. They're out clubbing. Doug in the I think they have like a little montage, but Doug, has moved back in with Steve in the bedroom. They're like driving to go out. They mentioned that their dad has been more chill with Doug ever since him and
Richard Grieco talked to him.
Yeah, and they also mentioned like it's very nice how like the dad is not like upset about the whole marriage wedding ending thing. He's been very chill. He hasn't been on their ass. So while they're driving, they see a club that is constructed in a way that is Doug's idea of a nightclub. The exterior looks like the interior of a nightclub, and the interior resembles like the streets and the subway, not the subways, and like the taxi cars and like the street lights. And like, who stole my fucking idea? Bitch stole my dress.
Bitch stole my look.
Bitch stole my fucking look. So they get out the car, they go to the club, and they hastily walk up to the bouncer, and the bouncer is like, is your name is on the list? And like, yeah, Steve and Doug Butabi. And he's like, oh, sorry, Mr. Butabis. Y'all can go on in. And they're like,
not Butabis.
That's right.
Sorry, Mr. Butabis.
Butabis. Yeah, go on in. And they're like,
oh.
Wait, what?
You sure?
Yeah. That's what I thought.
That's what we thought.
Yeah, So they walk in the club and they're looking around and they're like, yeah, this is exactly your idea. Someone stole our idea. Then they see Mr. Zadir. Mr. Zadir comes up. He's like, hey, I've been looking for you boys all over. Look at the nightclub. Aye. He's Italian.
I don't know if he's Italian. I don't know what he is.
I just made that up. I don't know what it is.
But yeah.
I think he might be Greek or something.
He does have maybe Greek. Maybe Greek.
Yeah.
But
But he's excited to see the boys. He tells the boys that, he made this new nightclub based on their idea, and they're part owners of the club.
Yeah, he wants to go in business with them 50-50.
Which is so nice because you don't have to do that. Just because you have
literally could have just stole my idea. But thank you for being such a kind and honest and generous man.
That's so nice of you. Because I mean, the idea is that you can have an idea all day long, but if you don't do it,
right,
I'm gonna take it. But luckily, Mrs. Adair is a nice man.
So they're flabbergasted. This is the moment they've been waiting for. This is their whole life. While they're in the club, everyone's coming up to them. They're like, "Hey, Mr. Zadir, can you sign off on this?" Excuse me.
Oh, no,
wrong.
Not
They're like, "Hey, Mr. Butabi, can you sign off on this?" "Hey, Mr. Butabi, can I get you anything to drink?" "Mr. Butabi, where have you been? We've been looking all over for you." And they're just like,
crazy. Is there a picture somewhere? How do you guys know these people?
This is their first day at work. Why do y'all know them?
And they're just giving them shit to sign. This has to be some type of money laundering. I'd be like, what am I signing over?
They were like, "Can you sign off on this?" He just got here. No, he can't find anything.
No. LOL.
So they're in awe. They're, reveling in this moment. And they go to the bar. And they're sitting next to these two ladies. And one woman is ordering a drink. And her voice sounds very familiar to Doug. Mm-hmm. And he turns around and he says, "Credit card vixen?" She turns around. She says, "Doug?" And they're meeting each other for the first time in person. The credit card lady that he'd been calling throughout this whole movie, he finally gets to meet her, and he's like, "Oh my God, you're even more beautiful in person." Yeah. And he's like, "Are you here with anyone?" And she's like, "No, I'm just here with my girlfriend." The girlfriend turns around, and it's no other than the one, the only, Jennifer Coolidge, who we saw at the beginning of the movie giving Steve a ticket. And she's the perfect height for Steve. And Steve is like, "Oh my God, hot cop lady, it's you." And Doug is like, "Do you guys want to dance?" And credit card lady and cop lady are like, No. Yes. A match made in heaven. They hit the dance floor and they dance the night away.
They bob their heads. They're like polar. They're like the same thing.
They're like
one short, one tall. They're. I don't know if they claim to be sisters, but let's just say they're sisters.
They're not. She said it was her friend.
Fine, but they're very similar. Unlike the working girls from earlier, bless them. These girls are really into what Doug and Steve are putting down.
God bless them.
God bless them. Someone's got to do the work. It's not an easy job.
It's not an easy job.
It's not for everybody.
It's not for the faint of heart.
It's not for the faint of heart. But yeah, all's well and ends well. They got the club, they got the girls, they got their dad's approval, and he backed off on them, and they got each other. Number one.
Woohoo!
What a great the movie we did last time, Which One to Star, that was a good sister movie. This is another sibling movie. Yeah.
This movie, when they were doing the little dance in the club scene with the girls, the Gold Digging girls, whatever, and they did like their little twirl, and like Steve and Doug did their little twirl. For whatever reason, it reminded me of Blades of Glory, and I was like, But then also this movie, to me, I was like, this movie walked so that Step Brothers could run.
This all these.
This is giving Step Brothers.
But you think?
The OG version.
Yeah. There's two bunch of idiot brothers just trying to
just two
make a
idiot
name.
brothers
Trying to make a name.
Trying to make it in life. Trying to move out of mom and dad's house.
Such a good movie. They don't make comedies anymore, man.
I know. They don't make it like it used to.
They don't make it like
Ma'am, we appreciate the setup, but we don't have time for it right now. Oh my God, that was so funny.
Like she knows what's going on. Like what?
All right.
It's hilarious.
Okay, well, everyone, it was a fantastic movie. We loved the ending. Don't forget to like, rate, subscribe. I was going to say subscribe.
Tell your friends.
Words are so hard. Tell your friends. Tell your cousins. Tell your mommy and daddy.
Tell them all. And follow us. Go download. Go leave a comment. That'd be great if you could leave a comment. A good one. I'm having a bad day. And if you leave a bad one, I will mention you in my suicide note. I'm just kidding, huh?
This is your tape.
This is your tape.
Welcome to your tape.
I actually never listened to that.
That was a crazy fucking show. Oh,
Right.
Welcome to Your Table was crazy.
I can't believe Netflix did that. There was a time the motherfuckers rent was due. It was like, yeah, we're gonna do this movie.
Right.
I mean,
I never finished that show, but it
sounded terrible. It
didn't
even sound good.
I can't imagine it have been like, yeah, anyone who at one point like, you know, suffered from like suicide thoughts or like self, you know,
and what are we advocating for?
Whatever. Don't watch that show. Could not have been terrible show.
And the main character, so hard to look at. No offense to him.
Oh, it wasn't. I thought you meant the girl. I was like, she was so cute.
Oh no, the guy.
He looked sickly.
I didn't like his face.
He just looked pale and like he was always sick.
Like every time his face, I didn't even watch the show, but every time I saw his face, annoyed. I'm just annoyed. I don't want to see his face.
Yeah, he was very, you know, average.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, don't forget to like, subscribe, rate, review, comment, even if it's a bad comment. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun.
Yeah.
Goodbye.